We cannot always blame the environment because at the end of the day, if we always blame the environment, then everyone in the entire world also can do the same, and the world is the problem, not us. Whatever that we can control within our environment, how we react to it, how we control ourselves is more important rather than how we control the environment. If something that is a problem that we cannot solve it, maybe we see in our list of problems in life, right? Which one to prioritize, which one can benefit us more within that time and also in the long run.
Welcome to the NexGen show. Today we talk to Siti Nurzulaika, or also known as Ika. And she comes from the client side, the marketer side in the business. So Ika, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Ham. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Well, we are happy to have you here. And we want to hear from you. How is it that you got into this business in the first place? Yeah, what drives you, and what makes it all worthwhile to you?
There's a figure in the family that I was very inspired from, which is my stepmother. She was from the Marcom background, which is corporate com, and she also worked very hard to climb the corporate ladder. So from there is where I actually got inspired, and I know with my international business background, I wanted to pursue my career in corporate. It's just that I couldn't figure out which function within the organization that I wanted to proceed with. So hence, that's why I stumbled upon the idea of management trainee, and from there I applied and got lucky and got accepted into my current organization at the moment, and that is where it all started. And I fell in love with marketing during my management trainee time also.
It's good to hear that you have a role model,
Yeah.
in that respect. How was the experience as an intern, or rather as a management trainee?
So, as a management trainee, right, what we do is that we were given the opportunity whereby we can rotate to every single functions and department within the organization before we were placed into where that fits us best. So from there, my first ever stint during management training was actually marketing. And during marketing, I was assigned under a beauty brand for skincare category. And at that point of time, there was a project that was assigned to me, which is related more on new product development, and with that product, we will need to do a launch campaign where brand planning comes into place. And I was also involved in some creative development projects, such as DVC production and also KOL content management also. So from there, my mentors in the company actually that spotted my talent before I do, because they were the one who said that, hey, I think you got the talent and the right skills to be a good marketer. So I'm going to vouch for you to have a placement in the marketing department for our brand.
That's very good to have an encouraging environment, yeah? So did you manage to meet your financial expectations?
That is a very tricky question to ask. But from what I'm seeing is that I started off with, I would say, a very reputable and decent pay as a management trainee. But as you climb higher, right, you will get to a point where the finances will come along. But most importantly is that all the time spent for the first, I would say, 5 years when you started your career, right, there's a lot more beyond just finances that is valuable. Because all the learnings, experiences, and all the mentorship, and what opportunity that is being given to you to build your reputation as a marketer and as an individual that is climbing your career within the industry is more important than just the finances. So I look at it as a long-term investment rather than just chasing the financial stability.
Well, you're right, Ika, because some things cannot be valued.
Yeah.
You can't put a price to it, right? Having said that, I think I would like to say that you deserve an increment. So whoever your boss is listening in, please observe that I have just mentioned that Ika deserves an increment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I hope my boss listens to this podcast.
Sometimes the environment, stimulates you to greatness. And sometimes the environment not necessarily is positive. Yeah. Some of the most successful people in the world, if you look at where they came from, from their past experiences, not everybody had a comfortable and childhood, so to speak. And some had very, very painful experiences. And I feel that that makes you better, makes you more seasoned, let's put it this way.
I wouldn't say better, but there is something within me that I always know that there's someone who's greater than me. But when someone they feel that they are at the peak of their success, right? That is where things stumble down because they stop learning. They stop searching for that hunger for knowledge and also hunger to know and learn experiences from the others also, so that can make themselves better. Because the greatest enemy, I would say, is not your environment and your competition. I would say it's ourselves, it's myself. So I always want to be better from what I was yesterday and to be better tomorrow.
You're right. It's how you react to the environment, isn't it?
We cannot always blame the environment because at the end of the day, if we always blame the environment, then everyone in the entire world also can do the same, and the world is the problem, not us. Right? So at the end of the day, whatever that we can control within our environment, how we react to it, how we control ourselves is more important rather than how we control the environment. If something that is a problem that we cannot solve it, maybe we see in our list of problems in life, right? Which one to prioritize, which one can benefit us more within that time and also in the long run.
I must say that you have a very matured outlook. For someone who is like a newbie in the business, very inspiring to hear this sort of macro outlook. Yeah.
I came from a background where, like, during when I applied for the management trainee program, right, there was about 350 applicants. And then like they cut down into like 50 upon reviewing all the CV, and then 16 of us were selected to go into the final stage where we do case study and we presented, and the final 10 made it into the interview with the management team. And that point of time I feel very small because during internship I worked at a spa. So it's a startup company, and it was during COVID time also, where organizations are laying people off from the company, and it is rarely that they are hiring interns also. It's very hard to get placement, but I need to graduate also. So that's why I was given the opportunity to intern at this small business company, but also it was great for me because I was the only intern there. So the bosses created the environment where they assigned me certain stuff that related back to my business, although the nature of the business is not supposed to accommodate a business intern. So they asked me to do like some assignments where marketing collateral, all the materials, or they asked me to prepare for them, this and that, so that it can help with my graduation at that point of time. And with that, I came into the management trainee what we call selection qualification, and made it to the last round. But I feel so small because everyone that came, right, they are actually had intern, like for example, I had intern at this big organization before. I did 3 internships at Big 4 before, this and that, right? I feel very small, and I never had that corporate environment that put me into that place. So there's something I want to share is about imposter syndrome, where you don't feel that you are not doing good enough and cannot help yourself but compare with other people. And there's something that I do practice with my managers a lot, right? All my mentors, is that having that difficult conversation with them and get their feedback about how you can improve better. Because I see feedbacks not as setbacks, but also I see it as something that motivates me to be better.
Well, Ika, you are definitely not an imposter. You're the real deal. I can't help but ask you, tell us about your failures. There must be a lot of failures also along the way.
I would say failures, yes, but because I was put into the environment where I was supposed to fail. Because the management trainee program allow me to rotate into different departments, right? So that is where I test where I'm good with, for example, in marketing or in sales or in what other functions. Of course, there are functions that I didn't do very well, got scolded for. And there are moments where when I do presentation from, finishing that one department, and then I was told that you are the only management trainee that didn't learn anything. But I don't see it as a failure. I see it as maybe the environment is supposed to happen for me to learn from there and strive better the next time that I do. Because I always give myself a period of time like, hey, for this department, you didn't do well. But you have more departments coming in, and your goal is to go marketing at the end of the day. So why not work towards marketing if you failed at the other department? So I would say failure is something common, and it's meant to happen to teach you to always stay humble and grounded.
Especially when you fail in a safe space, yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself, Ika, in about, say, a few years' time?
In terms of career aspiration, I do aim to become a product manager one day. So that I know it's a very tough role to go into, because it's in the middle management where you manage your top and your bottom also. But
you're nowhere in between.
yeah, always the between one that have the most, challenged environment. But I can see myself that I am working towards that, in the sense of like my mentors now put me into developing my skills one at a time. So once I am ready, then they will move me into the next step. So I think I'm in the right pathway, and I should aim for that.
If I may add, I know where you work, and I know that you have amazing mentors guiding you. So on that score, I think no worries there. But being in between here and there is actually quite a good place to be. There are people who, like you said just now, who become very successful, and so that's like the destination, right? But I believe that it is the people who, the in-between, that they have to juggle so many things. If that mentality that framework in their mind is maintained, even when they are up there, they cannot go wrong.
Because I believe being a brand manager is one thing, you manage. But being a leader is different thing. Because I think I naturally have I enjoy teaching and guiding other people also. So that's why I think being a manager can help me to flourish and benefit to other people also, especially young marketers in the future.
Thank you for coming on this show. I have learned also a little bit from what you have shared, and we all become the better people, yeah, by sharing. I just want to say that I will see you at the top. I'm very confident that you will move forward and progress. You're in the right place. Even if you're in the wrong place, you're in the right mind. You can't go wrong. Thank you, Ika.
Thank you so much, Ham.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of another episode of the NexGen show. I would like to thank my guest, Ika, for her sharing. And till we meet again at the next episode, thank you.